everyone. The topic this week from our professional development document is brand representation, babysitters as business ambassadors. If you have not watched the video or read the document from last week, I highly encourage you to do so. There is a voting poll in our general chat, so once you have done them, you can vote. Now, these documents are there to expand your knowledge and also make you a better babysitter, so please do have a look at them. The documents are available 24/7 via that Google link, and the videos each week will be uploaded onto our YouTube channel as a bit of a summary of what was in that document. To really introduce this topic, babysitters are not just childcare providers, they also represent the business or the service that they're working for. So every interaction with families, children, and the community does reflect on the business's reputation, and babysitters who do act professionally and follow ethical guidelines and provide high quality care contribute to a strong and trusted brand. Guideline today will really outline the responsibilities that you as babysitters have as brand ambassadors as well, and the best practices for maintaining professionalism and upholding the business's reputation. Why does brand representation matter in babysitting so much? So first of all, it builds trust and credibility. Now, a babysitter's professionalism will strengthen the business reputation. If we have unprofessional babysitters, obviously it brings our reputation down. Second, it encourages repeat bookings and referrals. So satisfied families will recommend the service to other people and also repeat booking with a specific babysitter. Three is ensures consistency in service quality, so it aligns individual babysitters with our business standards. And number four, protects business integrity, which means basically it helps avoid issues that could be damaging towards the company. For example, a babysitter can greet parents warmly, arrives on time. Like last week, I said how I will always arrive 10 minutes early to a job. That really does go a long way with parents. You follow safety protocols, you leave a clean, organized space after the session. I always encourage our girls to almost leave the house cleaner than when you walked in. So make sure the kids' toys are away, their dishes are done. If the kids are sleeping, I would encourage, sweeping the floors or just doing a little bit of laundry, because you are still getting paid whilst the child is asleep. So just that little bit extra definitely goes a long way in the parents' minds as well. And obviously it helps build a positive reputation for the business as well, that we have such high quality babysitters. Next, I'm going to go through 5 ways of how babysitters can represent a business in a positive light. First of all, professionalism, conduct and communication. So making sure you're always being polite, respectful and approachable when you're interacting with the families and the children. Make sure you're using clear and professional communication when discussing expectations for the job or schedules, or even some concerns that have come up. Always maintain confidentiality about family matters, and obviously also how the business operates. For example, when confirming a booking, the babysitter could write a message and say, "Hi, Lauren, I'm looking forward to babysitting for you on Saturday. Please let me know if you have any specific instructions for the evening that you'd like me to follow." So just that really quick message looks really positive and really professional from your end as well. 2 is adhering to business policies and guidelines. So making sure you're following the company's rules regarding safety, payments and client interactions. For all babysitters at Willow, all of that information can be found on your booking agreements and on your provider profiles. Making sure that you're always respecting boundaries set by families and the business as well regarding any duties or responsibilities that you have as the babysitter. And a really big one, making sure that you're always dressing appropriately, and also you're meeting any hygiene standards as well. So at Willow, for example, we don't have a policy where you have to wear a work shirt. Our policy is just that you wear appropriate clothing, doesn't have any appropriate images, you can't see your boobs, your belly or your bum. But for example, for a babysitter who is working for a business that does require wearing a branded polo, ensure that you are wearing that correct uniform every shift. Last week, I did send a message to all of our babysitters about potentially buying a Willow Childminding work shirt. So if you are interested in purchasing that over the next couple of weeks, please do let us know. Because obviously when you are wearing a work shirt, it does kind of bring like team collaboration, and also shows clients that you're wearing that brand, that business with pride, and you look professional whilst you're on the job. 3 is providing high quality childcare. So making sure you're engaging with the children in age appropriate activities, you're creating stimulating, engaging activities rather than just relying on screens. Make sure that you're following the parents' instructions for meals, bedtimes, routines, even discipline as well. And be proactive in ensuring safety, making sure that you're securing play areas, especially if you've got younger children, and also monitoring hazards, whether that's in the kitchen, laundry, or even outside. For example, instead of letting a child just watch TV all evening, the babysitter could, organize a fun and engaging activity that, aligns with maybe the business's focus on educational play, if that business has those standards. Before in being a brand ambassador is maintaining a positive attitude and work ethic. So making sure you're reliable, making sure you're arriving on time and completing all the expectations the parents have set. A repeat in cancellations of jobs means you're not reliable. A lot of you don't know, but I do have a list of every time a babysitter cancels, and when it does get to a certain number is when I will step in and have a more professional, formal conversation with the babysitter, and chat about why are we getting sick all the time, why are plans coming up and we're cancelling jobs. You want to make sure you're reliable. Parents rely on reliable babysitters. Sometimes parents book for a date night evening, which can be easily moved, but there are people who book babysitters to go to work, and if they don't have childcare, they can't go to work, and that causes issues not only for the business, the babysitter, but also the parents and any outside parties. The next part of this document is really about social media and how you represent yourself. So the babysitter must always be mindful of how they present themselves online, and also in public, as it does reflect on the business that they work for. So the first part of this is social media guidelines. So don't post photos and videos of children if you haven't been approved to, and if you are approved, make sure those pictures are always appropriate, and never post personal details of the children or the families. Making sure you're avoiding discussing any private family matters or how the business operates online, and also be mindful of personal social media posts that you post, as that one could also impact the babysitter's reputation is representing the business in public. So when you're wearing a business branded shirt or clothing, make sure you're always maintaining professional behavior in public settings. I know a lot of businesses, especially primary school teachers, high school teachers, are not allowed to wear their work shirt into a bottle-o. So if you are wearing a really childminding work shirt, please do not be going and, purchasing things that would not reflect appropriately on the business's brand. So make sure that you are avoiding discussing any negative client experiences in public or amongst friends. This does also, again, tie into confidentiality, and also make sure you're always following ethical standards to uphold the business's credibility. I'm going to list a couple of things of what babysitters should avoid. So make sure you're avoiding being late, unreliable, or even unprepared for babysitting shifts. Avoid speaking negatively about families, children, or the business. Ignoring or bending company policies regarding safety and confidentiality. If something does happen that you do break something that is in the provider profile or the booking agreement, you will get a notice of warning from us. And I'm not going to tell you how many you get until we end your agreement, but you will get one, and in that it will outline very specifically what has been broken, next steps, and also how you can improve this for next time. This next one's really important. It's using your phone excessively or being distracted while supervising children. Now, I do have a lot of you girls on social media. If I know you're on a babysitting job and I'm seeing that you're posting on an Instagram story, I'm really going to be questioning how well you're engaging with the children, how much you're paying attention to safety, all that kind of stuff. So do definitely avoid using your phone excessively whilst you are on a job, unless it is to update the parents or for an emergency or to take pictures of the children or something like that. Now, posting inappropriate content online that could be linked to the business, just don't do it. I don't really need to go into that. It's very, very simple. Very self-explanatory, I feel like. An example on this document, I kind of already touched on it, but a babysitter ensuring they're focused on the children at all times rather than scrolling on TikTok on their phones during a babysitting session. I've got 7 ways for best practices for babysitters as business ambassadors. So be professional in all interactions with the families, in the community, with the children, with the business. Number 2, follow the business policies, safety procedures and guidelines. 3, clearly and respectfully with parents and supervisors or directors of the business. Always maintain confidentiality and respect for family privacy. 5, ensure high quality care by actively engaging in activities with the children. 6, handle complaints or concerns professionally and, resolve them appropriately. And number 7, represent the business positively online and in public settings. Now, to really conclude this video and this document, babysitters do play an essential role in shaping the reputation of a business they represent by demonstrating professionalism, maintaining ethical standards, conduct, and providing exceptional childcare. Babysitters can help establish a trusted and respected brand. Now, upholding these at all times ensure a positive experience for the families, whilst also promoting long-term success for the business. I do definitely recommend going and reading this document, because this is really just a quick guideline, usually only 10 to 15 minutes long. It's not that long, so definitely please go have a read of the document, and I will put a poll in the chat tomorrow so I can keep track of who is reading the document, who's watching the video, or who's doing both, or who's doing none. So thank you everyone. I hope you have a beautiful week.